let's raise the volume just a teensy bit so that we get some good audio going. I didn't even bother to check my previous stream to see how the audio was sounding in it. But you know what? It's fine. We'll just hope that it sounded okay. You know? We roll with it. Alright. Moon Jellies, welcome. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit unique. A little bit different than what we've done in the past in previous streams. As you may know, I've started working on assignments and such. I am officially in university yet again. And I'm a very busy woman. I'm a very busy woman now. I still wanted to stream. I don't want to like completely obliterate my stream schedule. Oh, it's, I don't even think my mic is picking up. Is it picking up? Yeah. I don't want to completely obliterate my stream schedule. So I decided, I have assignments to do, I have a stream to do as well. Why not stream while I'm working on my assignments? Yeah? Let's just make sure my mic's picking me up properly. Yeah. It should be fine here for now, since I'm not looking at my screen anyway. But needless to say, I have a writing assignment. Today is Writing Workshop Wednesday. I have a writing assignment. I figured, you know what? I don't really stream whenever I write very often. Why not? Why not start? See what comes out of it. And this assignment's actually due tomorrow. I have to like run down to the printer downstairs on the first floor of my dorm to print it out prior, because you have to turn it in by paper. It's a writing exercise. It has to be like a little bit it has to be no more than 500 words. That was the requirement. No more than 500 words. Yeah. I lost my train of thought. But basically, yeah, I decided to do my homework on stream. Really quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and transition this mic back to a proper position. Let's get this thing locked, because I don't really want my mic moving around too much. Here we go. It's not working. Why isn't it working? There we go. Nope. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? There you go. That should work pretty fine. I'd like to scooch into my seat a little bit better, but my mic's in the way. There you go. This is fine. This is not comfortable at all, but this is fine. But without further ado, let me show you guys my screen, what I'm looking at right now. Let's go to browsing. Ta-da! My handy dandy Word note document. I was actually gonna write down the requirements on the Word doc. So this is what we're working with, guys. Let me just I want to type it like as we're going, because I thought it would be cool like whenever I edit it for a video or something. So this is what we're working with. Our story has to be less than 500 words, right? It has to be a coherent story, which means that it has to have a beginning, a middle, and end. Hello, the real salties. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well today. I will see you in a moment. Oh yes, feel free to have your dinner. I hope your dinner isn't as salty as the username that you have. That way, I'm sorry. I don't want to scare you away. But have a wonderful dinner. Yes, coherent story. We have to have a story that has less than 500 words, is coherent, which means that it has a beginning, middle, and end. It has to have more than one character, right? More than one character. And it has to use as many cliches as possible. That's the prompt that my professor gave us for today. Yep, that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and set aside my bullet journal because it's kind of taking up space on my desk. I'll leave it on the counter. So this is what we have to work with. Less than 500 words, coherent story, more than one character, and uses as many cliches as possible. And also it has to be titled Been There, Done That. Now, I think what the whole point of this exercise is supposed to be is, you know, it's the beginning of the semester. Everyone tends to fall to cliches. They're very inevitable, you know. Examples of cliches, if you have no idea what I might be talking about. I'm trying to think of the ones that were suggested in class. All of a sudden was one of them. All of a sudden. Another one of them was burning hot tears. That's another one. What else is a cliche? Other cliches that I've seen in Wattpad fan fictions. Hello, Emperor Dragon. How are you doing today? We're working on an assignment. We have to write a story titled Been There, Done That. It has to be less than 500 words, has to have a coherent storyline, has to have more than one characters, and has to have as many cliches as possible. Can you think about any cliches? I am doing well. I am doing well. I am thriving. I am thriving, profiting off of my schoolwork through streaming. I joke. I jest. Ooh, you know what's cliche? The broke college student. That's a cliche. That is in fact a cliche. Smart idea. I know, right? It's a good idea. How's my mic sounding, by the way? Please let me know if I'm like echoey or nasty or I don't know. Good. That's good. Let's go to Google because clearly I cannot think of cliches right now. Let's go to Google for some cliches, yeah? Let's see what Google says is a cliche. I'm going to fix my windows real quick and get rid of my Word doc. There you go. Now you guys can see my Google, my goggle. Writing cliches. I'm sure we can find. Fit the bucket, just the ticket, better late than never. Ooh, better late than never is a good one. End of the world, weeding things out. Loose cannon, putting your eggs in one basket. I like end of the world and better late than never. Let's see, better late than never. And end of the world. I don't think end of the world's too much of a cliche, but I'll keep it on there. I'm trying to write down all of the cliches that I like, and I'm trying to see how I can like format them into a singular storyline. But we'll see. Are your cousins still visiting Emperor, or have they returned? Hello, Real Salties. Welcome back. I hope your food... You ate quick. Either you ate quick or I'm a slow brainstormer. I do like anime. I love anime. What's your favorite anime, Salty? We're looking at cliches here. Oh, beating a dead horse. That's a good one. That is a good one. Barking up the wrong tree. Let's see. Barking up the wrong tree. Beating a dead horse. Beating a dead horse. Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, sure. Let's play rock, paper, scissors. How are we gonna do this? A link. Oh, links are scary. But is it the I think I've seen some other streamers play online though. So is it like online rock paper scissors website? Let's see. Scissors online. Can I find it through a Google search? Yeah, I can. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's play some rock paper scissors real quick. Yes. Do you have a dispute with your friend? Resolve it online. Press get started to play with a friend. All right, sure. I'm gonna send this link on the chat. Yeah. Click to copy. Here, have this link. You don't want me to see it? Very well. You will not be seeing it today. Let's see. Let me, put my Google Chrome in invisible. You're not gonna see my result. Not even chat's gonna see my result. What shall I choose today? Well, what do I always choose? I'll choose this one. Nice. I got the first one. I picked rock. They picked scissors. I will pick, shoot. Okay, fine. This time I picked scissors. They picked rock. Hello, Foxy. How are you doing today? I'm playing, rock, paper, scissors off screen with the chatter right now. Oh. Said the room is full? What does that mean? It's not you? Who's playing against me? Is it Emperor Dragon? Emperor! How could you? Why are there still so many rounds? Alright. We're refreshing. Yeah. GG easy. Ugh. Congratulations, Emperor Dragon. You sent me yours? Where did you send yours? Did I miss it? Is it in the chat? Just one game if I win or not. Whispers. Oh, whispers. Ooh. Let me pull up my Twitch real quick then. All right, we're gonna remove the Google Chrome. In the meantime, you guys can see this stuff. Foxy, if you are unaware, this is technically a writing stream. You have to. I'm working on an assignment. It has to be less than 500 words, and it has to be titled "Been There, Done That." And it has to use as many cliches as possible. Can you think of any cliches? If you can, I'll see if I can incorporate it into my story. Let's go, whispers. All right, I joined your link. This goes for anyone, by the way. Oh my god, are you a wait? Are you a Ludwig? Are you a Ludwig viewer? I feel like you're a Ludwig viewer. No? Okay, okay. I'm not trying this. Okay, good, good, good. Making sure beating a dead ghost. I've never heard that one before. I don't think that's a cliche. Oh, this is round 2? I didn't even notice. Okay, 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 okay. I got this. I'm a win, guys. I'm a win. What's up, Emperor Dragon? Oh my gosh, did we just have 2 ties? Oh no. Oh no. No! Oh. You win this one, but you won't win all of them. Okay. KK. We keep tying. We keep tying. No! Is this 5? Is this out of 5? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what to pick. I don't know what to pick. No! Oh my gosh, I lost all 3 rounds, guys. I know. I don't know what's more impressive, that I lost all 3 rounds or if I had won at least one of them. Here's the results, guys. See? Goodbye, Emperor Dragon. I wish you the best of luck with your Apex, was it? Yeah, with your Apex playing. Truly. I congratulate you, real salties, on the marvelous win, truly. I am nothing. I am nothing in comparison to your rock paper scissors winnings. Nothing. Let us get rid of these tabs. An uphill battle. Oh, these are tropes. Tropes could be nice. Damsel in distress. Oh, femme fatale. Okay. Wait. It's formulating. Femme fatale. And damsel in distress. Yes, yours is getting read today. First, I'm gonna work on assignments, though. Both you and Emperor are having stories read today, and that's basically it. Cliches to avoid. The chosen one, once upon a time, happily ever after. Oh, I should write a fairy tale. Once upon a time. I like that one. I love fairy tales. The end. I need to end the story with the end. Oh, I'm visualizing it so clearly. Turn vagueness into specificity. Well, we're not trying to avoid cliches. We're trying to do the cliche. 200 common cliches in writing. Oh, a drop in the ocean. I like that one. Drop in the ocean. Also, I hope you guys are getting some nice ASMR from my keyboard typing. Beat around the bush. Beat best thing since sliced bread. Bite the bullet. Ooh. Hook or by crook. By the same token, calm before the storm. Ooh. I like the water associations. Calm before the storm. Cut to the quick. I've never heard cut to the quick before, but I've definitely heard cut to the chase. Curiosity killed the cat's nice. Don't count all your chickens before they've hatched. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. What? I've never heard that one before. Easy as pie. Fish out of water. I'll see if I could use fish out of water. All right. Fish out of water. I think that's enough cliches. I think we've found a significant amount of cliches. Let's go ahead and close Google Chrome. And I'll show you guys my Word doc again. Foxy, did I ask you how you're doing today? I don't know if I did. So here's our doc. Just to reiterate one more time, our story is titled Been There, Done That. It has to be less than 500 words. Has to be a coherent story with a beginning, middle, and end. Has to have more than one character and uses as many cliches as possible. Now, this is my plan. This is my plan, okay? This is what I want to do. We got the femme fatale, and we got the damsel in distress, right? So, in our story, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. We have the princess of a magical kingdom who lives atop a tower. This princess, you want to call her Samantha, is named Samantha. Samantha what? What shall we? Samantha of. What name the country that Samantha rules? What is Samantha's country going to be called? Of Rudendale. That's what came to my UK? No, not UK. I'm gonna go with Rudendale. I don't know why, but Rudendale's what's in my mind. Rudendale. Samantha Rudendale. So Samantha of Rudendale is a damsel in distress. You see, she has a horrible wait. I'm gonna make this a thing. She has a horrible, terrible, preposterously disgusting stepmother who locked her on the highest floor of the tower of the Rudendale Tower. Bam! Alright? In our story, we have the princess of a magical kingdom who lives atop a tower. This princess is named Samantha of Rudendale. Samantha of Rudendale is a damsel in distress. You see, she has a horrible, terrible, preposterously disgusting stepmother who locked her on the highest floor of the Rudendale Tower. Now, that eliminates the damsel in distress. That what else can we eliminate from the list of cliches that we came together with? I do want to use the once upon a time. So let's rephrase our first few sentences a little. So once upon a time there lived a princess by the name of Samantha. Samantha of Rudendale ruled over the land. No. Was destined to rule over the country. No. Samantha was. She was destined to rule over the land of Rudendale. Although she was locked away in the highest Once upon a time there lived a princess by the name of Samantha. She was destined to rule over the land of Rudendale, although she was locked away in the highest floor of the Rudendale Tower. Her horrible, terrible, preposterously disgusting stepmother kept her hidden away from the civilians of the country. From the denizens of the country. Low-key, I have no idea what denizen means. I just know that it like appears in a lot of fantasy fiction. What does denizen mean? What does denizen? I am not spelling anything right. What does denizen mean? An inhabitant or occupant of a particular place. Yes, denizen. Very good. Alright. She kept her hidden away from the denizens of the country. Alright, once upon a time there lived a princess by the name of Samantha. She was destined to rule over the land of Rudendale, although she was locked away in the highest floor of the Rudendale Tower. Her horrible, terrible, preposterously disgusting stepmother kept her hidden away from the denizens of the country. Alright. So we already got this stuff aside. We don't need this anymore. We can get rid of Once Upon a Time. I don't think we're going to use the broke college student one because we're in a fictional world. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. I feel like a lot of these, they could be really easy to like put in here though. Like calm before the storm, fish out of water, drop in the ocean, beating a dead horse, barking up the wrong tree, end of the world, literally. Okay, so she spent her days looking through the window of the tower with burning hot tears trailing down her cheeks. There was never a moment she was not crying. There was never a moment she was not crying over the death of her late father. So burning hot tears, we got that one. It felt his passing felt like the end of the world to her. Are you doing the writing, son? Are you calling me son? Excuse you, sir. Yes, I am. Don't call me son, okay? Take notes from Alexander Hamilton. Do you want to read? Do you want to read the story? Oh, you hydrated. Yeah, I'll hydrate. So, Ghost, I don't know how long you've been here, but so this is the prompt of my stories. Don't call me son, Foxy. This is the prompt of my story, right? So this is what I need to do for my class. I have to title the story, been there, done that. It has to be less than 500 words. It has to have a beginning, middle, and end, more than one character, and use as many cliches as possible. So what I've decided to do, don't call me daughter either. What I've decided to do is write a fairy tale story. And this is the plan, okay? So we have the princess named Samantha. And I didn't name Samantha. Foxy did, okay? Not father. We're just escalating. Now we have a princess by the name of Samantha, and what I want to happen is we're going to have a femme fatale woo Samantha atop her tower, okay? We're gonna have a femme fatale woo Samantha, and we're gonna use all of these cliche sayings that are on here throughout our story, and hopefully we can interweave them in a way that it doesn't feel too random. So all of a sudden, better late than never, end of the world, barking up the wrong tree, being a dead horse, you know, cliches. Because that's the point of the prompt, is we have to use as many cliches as possible. Alright, so his passing felt like the end of the world to her. So now we can go ahead and delete end of the world. I am not a mother, okay? Thank you very much. I am too young for that. His passing felt like the end of the world to her. And since then, her life had her royal life had never been the same. I am not a mother. I am a lord. I am a moon jelly lord. Thank you very much. On this day of Christmas Eve, on this day of Christmas Eve, her tears would freeze. No. On this day of Christmas Eve. Do I want it to be Christmas Eve? I feel like if it's Christmas Eve, it's cliche. But at the same time, it doesn't, I don't know if it makes sense. Should it be Christmas Eve? On this day of Christmas Eve. Maybe I should add like a little bit more like flowery scenery so it doesn't come out of nowhere that it's Christmas Eve. You know? Let's see. Once upon a time, there lived a princess by the name of Samantha. She was destined her horrible hair. She spent her days looking out through the window. Okay. The gusts of winds. No. The frosty. I'm trying to come up with like a cliche way of describing the snow. Jack Frost must have been hard at work on this. No. Maybe. Maybe. Ah, yes. Wait. I know how to transition it. With the end of the year growing with with the leaves in the trees falling to the floor and the wind from the north growing colder. No. And the wind from the north becoming frostier. The leaves in the trees falling to the floor and the wind from the north becoming frostier. It doesn't... And the wind from the north and the wind from the... And the frosted winds. And the frost... Ooh. With the leaves in the trees falling to the floor and the wind and the frost... The frost biting winds of the north growing ever closer. She couldn't help but to remember when why am I bad at typing? When her father died all those Christmases ago. Yeah! Alright, we're getting somewhere. Low-key, I'm kind of concerned because we're like at 200 words and our story is not quite yet completed. Yeah, well, we're at 143. This is fine. This is doable, I think. Christmas Eve. In the distance, as her tears melted through the snow which fell from the skies, her eyes spotted a figure traveling, a lone figure. As her tears melted through the snow which fell from the skies, her eyes spotted a lone figure. Traveling. Hold up. Keep up with me, alright? Alright, I'm about to blow you guys' minds. Her eyes spotted a lone figure traveling amongst the hills, the white hills, Like, alright, you guys ready? Like a drop in the ocean. Like a drop in the ocean. I don't know if that works. Like, no. Her eyes spotted a lone figure traveling amongst the white hills. The figure was like a drop in the ocean. The figure was like a drop in the ocean, fading away within the storm. Brewing on Christmas Eve. Alright? Let's go! Alright. As her tears melted through the snow which fell from the skies, her eyes spotted a lone figure traveling amongst the white hills. The figure was like a drop in the ocean, fading away within the storm, brewing on Christmas Eve. So let's get rid of this one. She watched as the figure all of a sudden, ooh, I got it. All of a sudden, Samantha's no. I got this. Double cliche. All of a sudden, the blood rushed to Samantha's cheeks at the thought of anyone witnessing her as she bawled her eyes out, her puffy eyes out. Double cliche. All of a sudden, the blood rushed to Samantha's cheeks at the thought of anyone witnessing her as she bawled her puffy eyes out. So let's get rid of the all of a sudden. As she furiously tried to wipe away the waterworks, the figure slowly climbed their way to the top of Rudendale Tower. Rudendale Tower. How long is our story looking? $229, not that bad. Alright. The figures slowly climbed their way to the top of Rudendale Tower. I got it. If you think you can wait. I'm not gonna delete it because I wanna use that. But the Princess Samantha to Princess Samantha's cheeks at the thought of anyone witnessing her. Princess Samantha rushed to the other side of her tower in fear as the rogue climbed into her bedroom. Bam! Alright. If you think before she knew it, hold up, before she knew it, her angle, or wait, the anger bubbling, the anger bubbling up inside her burst out. Ha 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 ha, another cliche. Before she knew it, the anger bubbling up inside her burst out. If you think you can just waltz in here and try and rob me of my belongings, you are barking up the wrong tree, mister. If you think you can just waltz in here and try and rob me of my belongings, you are barking up the wrong tree, mister. Samantha said, as the rogue removed their hood. Princess Samantha said, the princess soon realized they were not a man, they were not a Mr., but a Mrs. They were not a Mr. but a Miss. They were not a Mr. but a Miss. The rogues pristinely long pristinely dark, long locks of hair leaked out. Wait. Pristinely long locks of hair fell out of her hood before she blew her bangs out of her eyesight like a cliche would. Ha! Ha 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 ha. Femme Fatale is in. Barking up the wrong tree, also in there. As the rogue removed their hood, the princess soon realized they were not a Mr., but a Miss. The rogue's pristinely dark hair, the rogue's pristinely dark long locks of hair fell out of her hood before she, I don't need a comma here. Yeah, before she blew her bangs out of her eyesight. I'm only here to rob you. No, I don't like it. Also, I hope my keyboard's not too loud. I probably should have asked you guys that earlier. High key. The rogue's pristinely dark locks of hair fell out of her hood before she blew her bangs out of her eyesight. The rogue's pristinely dark long locks of hair fell out of her hood before she blew her bangs out of her eyesight. The rogue's pristinely dark long locks of hair fell out of her hood before she blew her bangs out of her eyesight. The rogue's pristinely dark long locks of hair fell out of her hood before she blew her bangs out of her eyesight. The rogue's pristinely dark long locks of hair fell out of her hood before she blew her bangs out of her eyesight. Do you think you could just waltz in here and try and rob me of my belongings? You're barking at the wrong tree, mister. I'm a little stuck now. Not gonna lie. What in Rudendale are you talking about? The rogue est. Aren't you here to rob me? The princess est. The princess. No. What's a cute pet name? Kitten. I'm gonna go with Kitten. Kitten's cliche enough too. Cat. We're in the same wavelength. We're in the same wavelength. Either that or you're just saying cat because I said kitten. In which case, yes, cat. Aren't you here to rob me? The princess asked. I'm here to kidnap you, kitten. Ha 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 ha. The rogue said. What should we call the rogue? Tell me what the rogue should be called. The rogue burst into laughter. Another cliche. Rob? No. The rogue is a girl. The rogue is a girl. I repeat, the rogue is a girl. Rob is a boy name. I feel like I'm scooching my chair way too close to my desk and it might be damaging it. I do not know. Give me good name. Good name now. Cherry, I like it. I like it. Cherry, by the way. Pleasure to meet ya. Pleasure to meet you. She held a hand out for the princess to take. Ha! Handout? No, not a handout. Hand out. She held a hand out for the princess to take. Yes, love story. I'm here to kidnap you, kitten. Pleasure to meet you. She held a hand out for the princess to take. Where do we go with this? Flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. The princess sputtered. No. Flabbergasted. Well, Samantha doesn't really stop by here, but I'm sure she would very much enjoy this story. Flabbergasted. She held a hand out for the princess to take. The Princess Samantha Princess Samantha stared at Cherry in utter disbelief. Another kind of cliche. She held a hand out for the princess to take. Princess Samantha stared at Cherry in utter disbelief. Kidnap me? No. Should she react first to the kidnap or the kitten? Kitten? I am no kitten, she said. And what is this? Is this about kidnapping me? And what is this about kidnapping me? Cherry smiled. Hold up. The rogue burst into laughter. Cherry smiled. How are we doing on... it says I am at 453 words, which is kind of concerning. I need to know how many words I have to wrap this shit up. Okay, I have 100 words to wrap this stuff up. Jeez. Cherry smiled. Hold up. I've journeyed far and wide in search of the infamous princess atop her tower. I'm going to save you, and you are going to take your rightful place on the throne. I'm going to save you, and you are going to take your rightful place on the throne. Then you'll repay me with riches upon riches. Haha! I got plans. I feel this is literally the plot to Tangled, you know? This is literally the plot to Tangled. I will not lie. A lot of this inspiration is from Tangled. You could say that it's very loosely based off of Rapunzel in general, you know? I've journeyed far and wide in search of the infamous princess atop her tower. I'm going to save you, and you are going to take your rightful place on the throne. Then you'll repay me with riches upon riches. Save me? Princess Samantha said. I've been here for nearly a decade, and you think coming now is saving me? Cherry shrugged. Better late than never, right? I'm just cackling to myself, don't mind me. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit these last ones. I'm kind of running out of words. How are we doing? Yeah, I'm kind of running out of words. We're at 470. We have 30 words left, dude. Yeah, we had the cherry said and pushed and thrust her hand forward closer to the princess. Now, are you coming or what? Princess Samantha hesitated. Then she took Cherry's hand. Bam! And that's how we end the story because we don't have enough words. We don't have enough words, okay? We don't have enough words to keep going. This was the calm before the storm. No. I feel like we need to add a bit in the beginning. Like, I feel like if we want this to be like truly beginning, middle, end, we need to add like a little bit in the beginning where we're saying like her father always made decisions for her or something, so like she doesn't know how to make a decision for herself. And that's why the stepmother did not want her to rule. She spent her days looking around the window of the tower with burning hot tears trailing down her cheeks. His passing felt like the end of the world to her, since he was always a responsible king who made all her decisions for her. Nice. All right, I like this. Let's just make sure. Oof, I'm like 9 words over the freaking word count. Oh wait, I'm not because how's Paw Patrol, by the way? I like completely forgot to respond, Foxy. How's Paw Patrol? We are 3 words away from the word count, dude. 3 words. All right, let's read this one more time. Been there, done that. Oh shit. I don't know how that relates at all to the title. I mean, I guess you can argue that Cherry's like lackadaisical nature kind of aligns with the been there, done that, right? Let me just make sure that I didn't have to use been there, done that on the story itself. No. Okay. We're just gonna roll with it. If I die, I die. If I like fail this assignment, I fail this assignment, you know? Alright. Once upon a time, there lived a princess by the name of Samantha. She was destined to rule over the land of Rutendale, although she was locked away in the highest floor of the Rutendale Tower. Her horrible, terrible, preposterously disgusting stepmother kept her hidden away from the denizens of the country. She spent her days looking through the window of the tower with burning hot tears trailing down her cheeks. There was never a moment she was not crying over the death of her late father. His passing felt like the end of the world to her, since he was always a responsible king who made all the decisions for her. With the leaves in the trees falling to the floor and the frostbiting winds of the north growing ever closer, she couldn't help but to remember when her father died all those Christmases ago. As her tears melted through the snow which fell through the skies, her eyes spotted a lone figure traveling amongst the white hills. The figure was like a drop in the ocean, fading away within the storm brewing on Christmas Eve. All of a sudden, the blood rushed to Princess Samantha's cheeks at the thought of anyone witnessing her as she bawled her puffy eyes out. As she furiously tried to wipe... Oh, this is repetitive. Hold up. All of a sudden, the blood rushed to Samantha's cheeks at the thought of anyone witnessing her as she bawled her puffy eyes out. How about while? We'll change it to while. While she furiously tried to wipe away the waterworks, the figures slowly climbed their way to the top of Rudendale Tower. I'm gonna fail! I'm gonna fail, ghost! Princess Samantha rushed to the other side of her tower in fear as the rogue climbed into her bedroom. Before she knew it, the anger bubbling inside her burst out. If you think you can just waltz in here and try and rob me of my belongings, you are barking up the wrong tree, mister, Princess Samantha said. As the rogue removed their hood, the princess soon realized they were not a mister, but a miss. The rogue's pristinely dark long locks of hair fell out of her hood before she blew her bangs out of her eyesight. What in Rudendale are you talking about? The rogue asked. Aren't you here to rob me? The princess asked. The rogue burst into laughter. I'm here to kidnap you, kitten, the rogue said. Cherry, by the way, pleasure to meet you. She held a hand out for the princess to take. Princess Samantha stared at Cherry in utter disbelief. Kitten, I am no kitten. And what is this about kidnapping me? Cherry smiled. I've journeyed far and wide in search of the infamous princess atop her tower. I'm going to save you, and you are going to take your rightful place on the throne. Then you will pay me with riches upon riches. Save me, Princess Samantha said. I've been here for nearly a decade, and you think coming now is saving me? Cherry shrugged. Better late than never, right? Cherry said, and she thrust her hand in... Yeah. Cherry said and thrust her hand closer to the princess. Now, are you coming or what? Princess Samantha hesitated. Then she took Cherry's hand. Because now she's going to make decisions. I am satisfied. I am satisfied with the story. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and save this file. I don't want you guys... I'm going to put my name on it. So I don't want you guys to see it. So I'm gonna remove it from stream. I'm gonna save it, put my name on it, and then I'm going to transition into reading both Foxy's story and Emperor Dragon's story. Foxy, which story did you want me to read today? There we go. Descendants. Is it the same link that you have on Discord, or? Been there, done that. Okay, cool. I'll see if I can find it. If I can't, I'll let you know, and we can figure something out. I'm gonna put this in my university folder real quick. Yeah, it sounds good. I think I should be able to find it, but because it should be in fanfic things, I think. Yeah, I think it's in fanfic things. Because I think I put it there myself for this specific reason. Is this the one? Oh, you can't even see it. My bad. Is this the one, Foxy? I pinned it, you say? Original workshops. I don't think I pinned it, but I think this is the one. I'm a little thrown off because the first page. Why is the first page different? If I might ask. Is it different? I swear it's different. Maybe it's just been a while and I don't realize. You've done quite a bit of writing, actually. Congrats. Yeah, I think I just don't remember. I believe we are in chapter 4. Reminding. Okay, you changed it a little, added the links. Cool. So yeah, we're in chapter 4, right? Because I think that's where we left off with our comments anyway. For some reason I can't see the comments, but yeah, I think we're in chapter 4. Alright, let's just get to it. I'm gonna change my stream title real quick. IYWA, yeah? Oh, okay, cool. I was like, is that a slang that I don't know? Writers Workshop Wednesday. Cool. Done. Alright, let's get this started. In Oradon, we see Mal and the VKS in the museum, looking at the statue of their parents. Whoa, this is scary, Carlos says. He looks at his mother Cruella's statue. His mother Cruella? He looks at the statue. The statue of his mother Cruella. I think that would be a better format. There you go. Okay. Yeah, but cool and awesome, Jay says. He copies his father Jafar's pose. The pose of his. He copies the pose of his father's. The pose of. No. He copies the statue of his father, Jafar. Bam. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bam. Come on, guys. The wand is in the next room, Evie says, while walking into the next room. How about Evie says, period? And then... because this is a little repetitive. She makes her way into the next room. Jay and Carlos follow her while Mal stays back and looks at her mother. Enter here, aka Evil Like Me. I kind of want to listen to this, but I'm pretty sure I'd get copyrighted, so... Hey, I found the wand, Evie says, walking back to Mal. Let's go, Evie says, and walks out. So, in general, I think you should probably do what I did, like, right here. And I'll leave a comment. Or at least I would leave a comment. Hello. There you go, there you go. Okay. So, when working with dialogue, it's better to... Why do I feel something, dude? Oh, it's an ant. That's what I feel. I swear, I think my desk is infested with ants or something. I've been feeling it for a while though, like transitioning between my arms or something. I don't even know. But anyway, So yeah, when working with dialogue, it's better to put a period after the she said part. Then you can make a separate sentence for the action they do after speaking, after or during speaking. Emperor, yours will be right after we finish Foxy's chapter 4. Foxy's chapter 4 is roughly 2-3 pages, so we should finish it within like the next 10 minutes or so. Jay and Carlos follow her while Mal stays back and looks at her mother. Hey, I found the wand. Oh yeah, we read this part. Let's go, Evie says and walks out. Mal looks at her mother's statue. Come on. Statue one last time and walks toward where Evie walked to. Here it is, Evie says, while stopping in front of the case. Woo, Jay says and tries to reach for the wand. Jay, don't, Mal says, trying to stop Jay. How does she try to stop him? Tell me. How does she try to stop him? But it was too late and the sirens went off. A forest field and a siren? Carlos says while helping Jay up. That's just a little excessive, Jay says, standing up. I think you just need the Jay says here. This is exactly why you need the period and then the action. Let's just get out of here, Mal says and starts running to the door with Evie and Jay behind her. Carlos runs to the door and picks it up. Hello? Just give me 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. No, false alarm. It was a malfunction in the 714 chip in the breadboard circuit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, say hi to the missus. Say hi to the missus. Carlos says and hangs up the phone and runs out. This is good. This is good dialogue. Did this happen in the movie? Or did it not? You're welcome, Carlos said to the VKS. Great, Jay. Now we have to go to school, Mal says. Evie and Mal head to their dorms, while Jay and Carlos head to theirs. Time skips in the morning where the VKS are sitting inside Remedial Goodness 101, listening to Fairy Godmother. If someone hands you a crying baby, do you A, curse it, B, lock it in a tower, C, give it a bottle, or D, carve out its heart? Evie? Fairy Godmother asks Evie when she raised her hand. I feel like you could just do that, and then you could say Evie raised her hand. Evie, Fairy Godmother asks, bop, and then you just delete this. Or I guess raises, right? Because that's the tense that you're using. Raises, there you go. What was the second one? Evie asks. Oh, okay. Anyone else? Mal. Godmother asks Mal. C, give it a bottle. Mal says, not looking up. Correct again. Fairy Godmother says, well, you are on fire, girl, Carlos says, looking at Mal. Just pick the one that doesn't sound any fun, Mal says, looking up and smirking. Oh, Carlos says. That makes sense, Evie says, going back to looking at her nail. A girl with brown hair wearing Aurodon uniform walks in, speed walking. to fairy godmother, but it cuts back to Uma and her crew on the edge of Oridon getting out of the boats. Man, rowing is hard, Gil says, helping Uma and YN out the boat. Well, at least we're here now, Uma says. Yeah, now we need to find the museum and the wand, YN says, pulling out a mirror just like Evie's. Whoa, how did you get that? Gil says. I stole it before Evie's mother gave it to her, so I guess she gave Evie her spare, YN says. Well, use it so we can make the palace quick, or we can find the place quick, Uma says. Okay. Mirror, mirror in my hand, show me where the wand is, YN says. This is not as rhythmic as I thought it would be. The mirror shows the wand in a force field. YN tells the mirror to give them a direction. They see where they have to go and run towards the museum. Woo! And then they go to the museum. Let's go. I got spooked by my chair. Alright, let's leave some comments. Alright. Hello again, Foxy. Thank you for submitting your story to be read. Chapter 5 is one page because you're still feeling. Don't worry about it. We're not gonna read chapter 5 today. We'll read it maybe next time. Maybe. Depending on how things go. You know what I think what I might do for like the time being while I'm you know, in classes and stuff is I'll start the beginning of each stream with writing like my assignment that I need to work on. I think it's a good idea. I thought it was pretty fun. And then I can transition into typical writing workshop. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for submitting your story to be read. I would like to encourage you to stray away from the plot line of the original Descendants story. A lot of the good dialogue I find seems to have happened in the original film. I'd like to see what you can offer in our journey with Y N. Thank you again. Thank you. I cannot type again, and I look forward to reading future chapters. Lord. Bop. There you go. There's your comment. You did good. There's still a lot of like grammatical errors, which I assume are happening because you're still writing with your voice instead of your keyboard. But I just want to see. I want to see more of your writing, Foxy. I like this line. This line is a good line. I like it. I would have liked it more if you wrote it, and not the writers at Disney. You know. You didn't use your voice? Oh, congratulations then. I'm glad you didn't. Thank you. Emperor Dragon, let's go ahead and get started. Are we in episode 8? Is that the episode we're in? Our shonen. You think so? Alright, well, we'll see. I mean, I'm pretty sure the last time I read your story, I probably left a comment. So, I should be able to find it pretty quickly. Well, yeah, I know most of it's from the show, but if someone's reading your fan fiction, don't you think they want to read something, like, new? And not just the show? Yeah, you can include YN and still have, like, original things. You want to read a fan fiction? What fan fiction would you want to read, Emperor Dragon? Episode 6. Okay, episode 6 is marked on, so I'm assuming we are not in episode 6. We are not in episode 7 because episode 7 is marked on as well. Alright, I think you're right, Emperor. I think we're in episode 8. Alright, let's see. You said that I'm gonna like this chapter. I will be the judge of that. Let us proceed. Let us see if it's true that this will be a good chapter. You want to read a fan fiction that's the exact same plot from the show? Really? There are titles now. The Embodiment of Fear is that the title of episode 8. That's fun. Very, very fun. Fun. All right, let's read. Scene. It'd open up as 006 would be having a nightmare. It'd show a bunch of those guards wearing the modified vision suit running around the city shooting people. Men, women, children, all of them would have a bullet put in their head. It had cut to another place where she'd be in a monster, yet human-looking throne room. She'd be cuffed with her hand behind her back, kneeling on the floor. Her head would be held down as footsteps could be heard. A pair of feet could be seen along with a red cloak, with white fur going down the opening of the coat and around the bottom. The foot would lift up, stepping on her head and forcing it onto the ground. Yeah. I'm noticing that this is quite a action-packed scene. No, what's the point in... Listen, hear me out, Foxy. Hear me out. If I'm gonna choose between reading a fan fiction that has the same plot of Descendants or watching Descendants, I'm going to choose to watch Descendants. Alright? It doesn't matter if YN is in one of them and Descendants is not with YN. Alright? I'd rather watch than read. Because people tend to choose to watch things rather than read them. And if they're gonna read a fan fiction about YN being with all these Descendants characters, chances are these people want to see more of YN. And less of these scenes where YN isn't even in there, you know? You know? The foot would lift up, stepping on her head and forcing it onto the ground. It had cut to 006 laying on the floor as the same person could be seen stabbing a vision, while the rest of the squad lay dead on the ground. It had cut to 6 sitting on her knees outside the city as it burned. The same person in the red cloak with white fur going from the collar opening of the coat. Opening of the coat? Going around the collar opening of the coat. Cuffs and bottom could be seen, standing at the entrance of the gate with his hands outstretched. His cloak in pink air would flap in the wind as he'd be laughing. She'd wake up in a cold sweat. She'd look over to see Lucas sleeping. The sun would have risen already. She'd get up, grabbing a towel from on top of her dresser and drying her face off. She'd put the towel back on her dresser, taking a deep breath and getting dressed. She'd head out of the room. She'd walk down the stairs into the common room. She'd walk out of the dorms, heading down the path. Once she got to the stairs, she'd start walking down. She'd start walking down, looking over the city. She'd breathe a sigh of relief. sigh of relief. I mean, I'm sure there's people that read it. It's just, is it gonna be their favorite? Who knows, you know? Carla would walk out of her office and over to the stairs where 006 was. Hey, why are you here so early? Just going on a walk. Is anyone else up? I think Walter's in the shower. Other than that, I don't think so. Alright, thank you, she'd say, walking back to her office. It had cut to a couple hours later. All of Squad 666 would be eating breakfast. Suddenly, Carla would walk in. I have important news. Apparently, City 144A has been burnt. According to the information I've received, the Visions were killed, citizens were shot, and the city was burned. The only info we have on who they are is an acronym. AFOHCOTBG was painted on the outside wall of the city using the blood of Squad Lead 3443. But we don't... Wow, that's a little too descriptive. I think either Carla's like a cold ass bitch or we gotta get rid of that a little bit. I think we should omit this part. I mean, if you want, you can show the audience the monster using the blood, but I think Carla saying that shows kind of like a disrespect to the dead, you know? So unless Carla's the kind to disrespect the dead, I say maybe we should get rid of that part of the using the blood part. Like, instead of saying that, maybe you could say outside of the wall of the city in blood, like that, you know? I don't know if I'm gonna do a subathon anytime soon, but I was planning on doing a 12-hour stream for my streamiversary. Vain? I mean, even if she's vain though, like, would she disrespect the dead? Maybe. Alright, well, I mean, I guess we can keep it. I think it's a very strange sentencing. Very, very strange sentencing. Why do you wish that's so ominous, Foxy? Why are you wishing me luck? But we don't know what it stands for. The council, is it because of the length? Is it because of the length of time that I'd be streaming? I mean, it's doable, but I would plan on starting early so that I don't have to be up so late, you know? We don't know what it stands for. No, I don't think so. I don't... But we don't know what it stands for. The council has requested that all squads be on high alert, and that if they see anything suspicious to act... Wait. The council has requested that all squads be on high alert, and that if they see anything suspicious to act, whether it puts citizens' lives at risk or not. Wasn't the logo that was on the modified vision suits... Wasn't that the logo that was on the modified vision suits that those guys were wearing? Yeah, it was AFOHCOTBG, which I'm guessing AFO means anti-fragments of humanity. Don't know about COTBG. Should I do a subathon? Should I do a subathon for my streamiversary? Now I'm thinking about it. I could. It might be easier on me, especially because I say easier on me, and then maybe it would end up worse, but I don't know. I'd have to promote it. I'd have to promote it a lot if I wanted to. And then I'd have to figure out like a giveaway or something. Oh, what if I wrote a story? I was thinking, what if I wrote a story, like a little drabble for like a random person who participates in the subathon, like a chatter, or something. I thought you had a job. I thought you had the fast food place. Is that did you quit? Could you help with the story? You could. Ooh, you moved. I see. Well, I wouldn't do the subathon until October, so we're still like roughly 2 months-ish, like a month and a half away. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel by then. Maybe I'll do a subathon. I do be needing college money, so. And I'll think about writing a drabble. I'll think about writing a drabble for someone in the participating subathon. Anyway, let us excuse me. Let us and I think the drabble, writing a drabble, like that could be something that like someone inside the community would like, as opposed to someone random getting it and yeah, basically it's to give back to the community as opposed to like just trying to get people to join the subathon, if that makes sense. Anyway, well, from what I remember of your job, I think you didn't really like it that much, so in a way maybe this is a blessing. I should probably go back to reading Emperor Dragon's story before it becomes too late. Okay, the council has requested that all squads be on high alert and that if they see anything suspicious, to act, whether it puts citizens' lives at risk or not. Wasn't that the logo that was modified, that was on the modified vision suits that those guys were wearing? Yeah, it was AFOHCOTBG, which I'm guessing AFO means Anti-Fragments of Humanity. Don't know about COTBG. Why does Ella know this? How does Ella know this? A 3-hour stream? I mean, I've done it before. There's been some times where like I lose track of time and I go into like 5-hour streams, but I don't think I'm gonna do that during classes because I need to do it. Like after this stream, I'm gonna probably do some readings. I still have to read a few things and take notes on them. Yeah, and then I still have to print that story that I wrote. 666 works for Fragments of Humanity. I don't know if I mentioned it. I don't think you did. Maybe you did, and I'm just like being a ignorant reader right now. But we should probably double check that later. But this should definitely be mentioned. Don't know about COT. This is such a long acronym, by the way. I don't know how I feel about this long ass acronym. I feel like we should get something catchier, you know? A little catchier. Anyway, I just came here to give you the news and to tell you that all you are now to be on standby at all times, she'd say, walking out the mess hall and back to her office. Whoever they are, they're against the Fragments of Humanity, and we have some serious firepower behind them. He's right. We need to be upping our game. Lucas and 006, you guys are the strongest soldiers, and because of that, you'll be the last line of defense. I won't be able to command you while also focusing on what's happening in the front lines, and because of that, you'll have to make your own orders. Suddenly, 006 would get up and leave the mess hall, heading up to her and Lucas's room. It had cut to a couple hours later. She'd be sleeping before getting woken up to an alarm. She'd sit up, looking outside the window to see purplish red smoke in the distance. She'd get up from her bed and run out of the room, rushing down the stairs into the armor. She'd get suited up and leave the armor. She'd look over the railing and out the shield of the city, seeing 5 trucks coming towards the city. The trucks would have the same AFOH COTBG on the sides. She'd jump over the railing before flying to where the rest of squad 666 would be, except for Lucas, who would be at the back. 6, what are you doing? Get back with Lucas. Fine. Why do you guys always have to have all the fun? Sure. Is it okay if I delete this? I mean, I guess I can't really, but... She'd walk back to where Lucas is. Hey, 006, would you like a name? Why not? Seems fun. Also, please don't die out there. Me? Dying? I'd expect you'd know me better than that after a month of living together. Lucas would give her a light smile, followed by 6 doing the same. They'd put both their helmets on before 6 would summon a spear, and Lucas would summon a katana. The trucks would arrive, the front door opening as the soldiers would flood out. Kind of like the boats that the Allies used on D-Day to storm the beaches of France, but the top is covered like the stormtrooper transships from Star Wars and the Force Awakens. Ooh, remember, make sure the 2 hybrids die. Now move. The AFOH personnel would be carrying guns similar to the P90, but with some changes. They'd flood the gate. They'd begin using a hammer that resembles a sledgehammer. After a couple of seconds, the gate would be broken as AFOH personnel would rush through. Arati and Ella would be atop a building, holding both snipers, taking out members of the AFOH. Walter and Sarah would be partnered as they'd use claw-like blades to tear the personnel apart. The shield built into their suits would be doing a decent job at just a decent one, not a good one, not a bad one, just a decent one, at protecting them from these bullets. Carl would be using a rifle resembling a FN Scar, while Himari would be tossing grenades and Molotovs. They'd start to get overwhelmed. Their shields are weak to blunt force damage, but can take gun rounds since they are tired. Since they are energy. 6, we need to engage. Split up. They're after us. If we've partnered and get captured, they've gotten what they wanted. Hey, Lucas, Don't die out there either. I won't. Don't worry. Lucas would run over to the left while 6 would run off to the right. An AFOH soldier would spot 6 and engage her. The soldier would be wielding a sword. He'd charge 6, swinging at her, each attack getting faster and faster. Yet all of them would be blocked. 6 would then proceed to attack, each attack being blocked again. This would continue about 10 more times. 6 would attempt to cut off the soldier's head. The soldier would duck before punching 6 in the stomach, sending her back a few feet. The soldier would run towards 6 before trying to cut her head off. She'd raise her right arm, putting it in front of her neck, blocking the blade and breaking the sword as well as the armor on her forearm and seriously cutting her. The guard would drop the sword blade and start punching her repeatedly in the head. We'd then get a POV of 6 as her vision would become blurry. The soldier would punch her, sending her to the ground and stepping on her stomach and then pressing a couple buttons on her forearm as her helmet would disappear. So you are one of the hybrids. 6 would look over to Lucas, fighting 2 soldiers. She'd reach out her hand before looking back at the soldier. Yet you're weak! The guard would summon another sword, winding up to slice off 6's head. It had cut to the throne room where Mamoru would be standing. Weren't you meant to survive? To make sure 5's memory does not die off? To make sure you don't break your promise to Lucas and 5? To find him? Are you going to take that insult lying down? Then what are you doing laying on the floor, about to die? while Lucas stands there on his own. Stand up and go save Lucas. Or am I wrong and he doesn't mean a single thing to you? It had cut back to reality where Six would kick him from behind, sending the soldier forward as she'd roll out of the way. She'd stand up, looking at the guard as he too would stand up. Would you mind repeating yourself? I wasn't listening. You're weak, a hideous pest that doesn't deserve to live. You son of a bitch. Six's right eye would begin to glow and steam. She'd walk toward the soldier. He'd freeze up, not being able to breathe. The soldier would fall down, grabbing his throat, gasping for air. Six would walk up to him, looking down at him. Remind me, who was the weak one? The soldier would crawl back. Six would continue to advance toward him, where he'd get cornered up against a wall. The soldier would look up at Six, fear in his eyes. Okay. It would cut to the room where Marmaru would be standing. Marmaru would be standing. Is it just Mamoru alone, or is it Six in there too? Hello, Coffee Quills. Thank you for the lurks. Hi, how are you doing today? Or actually, I think you have the... Yeah, I think you have the stream muted, so... I don't think you're listening, but welcome to lurking. Emperor. So I know we're cutting to the throne room, right? And we know that Mamoru is standing there in the throne room, but is Six also in the throne room? She's just saying her. Okay. Maybe add that. I mean, it's not too necessary, but it would be nice to have like a sentence at least. So Six is in her, like, Six is still frozen in like that position that she was, right? So maybe like Six is transported to the throne room. Or something like that. That might be nice. Anyway. The soldier would crawl back. Six would continue to advance towards him, where he'd get cornered up against a wall. The soldier would look up at Six, fear in his eyes. She'd put her foot on the soldier's face before pulling back and slamming her foot into his head. Who was the weak one again? Don't remember? Maybe this will remind you. She would continue to slam her foot into the soldier's face again and again. Every couple times she'd stop and ask him to remind her who the weak one is. Each time he didn't respond. When she was finished, there would be nothing but a body and a blood stain on the wall and the floor left. She'd walk away towards Lucas, leaving footprints of blood behind her. She'd come up behind Lucas. The soldiers she'd be fighting would be shocked, stepping back. Fear would be seen in their eyes as Six would walk in front of Lucas. The soldiers would continue to take steps backwards, but not fast enough. Six would hit a couple buttons on her forearm as a knife, similar to a standard kitchen knife, would appear. She'd grab the knife in her right hand, using the left to grab the face of the soldier as she'd stab them through the neck. She'd take the knife out, throwing their body to the floor. She'd throw the knife at the neck of the other soldier with enough speed. It might as well have been, it might as well have been a bullet. She'd look back at Lucas, seeing only minor injuries. She'd walk forward to the gate, putting her helmet back on. The soldiers would see her and start shooting. Each bullet would be absorbed by her shield. Each step would send shivers down the spines of the soldiers, but they'd continue shooting at her. A soldier would come running at her, jumping up, getting ready to swing down at her. Six would grab the soldier's arm. She tightened her grip before grabbing the soldier's head and slamming it into the ground repeatedly. She'd pick the soldier back up, throwing him into a couple other soldiers. She'd continue walking forward. Each soldier would be overwhelmed by fear as their breathing would get heavy. Six would appear as demon to everyone who would see her, including Lucas. It would also seem as if hell was engulfing them. After a minute, Six would appear normal to Lucas again. Six would look back at Lucas, realizing what she appeared as. Lucas would take off his helmet before nodding at her and giving her a smile. Six would continue approaching the gate. Suddenly, a smash could be heard as a monster would smash through one of the AFOH transport ship's doors, running forward into the city, eating some of the soldiers before looking at Six. The monster would charge at Six. Six would stay at the same spot, expecting the monster to stop. Lucas would push Six out of the way before getting impaled through the stomach by the monster's horn. Lucas would be flung off the monster's horn as it had stopped sliding across the ground. He'd put his hand over where he was impaled. He'd kneel over on the ground before looking at Six. What were you thinking? You could have died. And with that, I need to stretch. Alright, let's raise our hands up high to the tippy top shapes. Shapes? To the tippy top. I don't even know what I was trying to say, but raising our hands and then going to the left, your right, and going to the right, your left. Ooh, my back popped. I felt that. I felt that back pop. Big pop. That was crazy. I got the shivers. Anyway. I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I was reviewing Emperor's story. I completely zoned out for a few seconds. Anyway, Six would look over at Lucas as a solemn expression would go over her face. Six would look at the monster as the solemn expression would turn into a look of pure fury. And there you go. Excuse me. Six would summon a spear, running toward the monster, cutting its eyes before cutting it along its back, followed by multiple slashes all over the rest of the monster's body. She'd then jump up, taking something out of her lower back, attaching it to the end of her spear as she'd throw it into the monster's head. She'd hit a couple things on her forearm as she'd fall. The spear would glow a bright orange as it'd explode, sending purple rain down. Six would land. Her eye would stop glowing and steaming. She'd turn around, seeing Lucas laying on the ground, blood coming from his lower torso. She'd look to her left, seeing the rest of Squad 666 still shocked about what happened. Six would begin to rush over to Lucas. Suddenly, Carl would appear, stopping Six. Get away from Lucas. What are you talking about? He's my partner, and you're a demon. So you're just gonna let him bleed out and die? All because you don't want me to go near him? He's my partner. Like I said, get away from him. Walter, tend to Lucas's wounds. He's my partner. I should be able to help him. I can't let you go near him after what you did. You're a beast. You smashed a guy's skull in. You shapeshifted into a beast for frick's sake. Six would slowly become more and more angry. After a few seconds, she'd raise her hand, pushing Carl out of the way and continuing over to Lucas, where she'd kneel beside him. Carl would get back up, walking towards Six. When he got there, he'd pull her away from him. I said, get away from him. Why should I? He's my partner, not yours, not Himari's, not Ella's, not Walter's, mine. Just because I appeared as a beast to scare some shitless soldiers doesn't mean I am one. There isn't a single damn reason I can't be beside him when he's injured and possibly dying. And how am I meant to believe that you aren't a beast? You sure looked like one. I swear to God, Carl, if you don't let me be by Lucas's side, I'll make sure you die a slow and painful death. That's the exact reason I can't let you near him. How do I know you won't kill him? Are you stupid? I've been living in the same room as him for the past month and a half. If I wanted to kill him, I would have done it by now. And how do I know you just haven't been waiting for the right time? 6. Listen. You said Carl's supposed to be an intellectual, right? Is that correct? No? What kind of a person is Walter? Walter's the nerd. Well, yeah. So if he's a nerd, he's the intellectual, right? How do I know you just haven't been waiting for the right time? That feels like a dumb comeback, okay? Like, that feels like, I know I lost the argument, but I'm not gonna give in anyway. Oh, Walter, sorry. Okay, well, let me ask you about Carl. Carl, so this sentence is for Carl, like, the sentence that Carl is saying, it's giving, I know I lost the argument, but I'm not gonna say I lost the argument, I'm just gonna keep arguing. That's what this sentence is telling me. Does that resonate? Do you feel like that's a Carl thing to do? Yeah, okay, cool. Another thing I was concerned about is that Lucas is kind of just okay with 6 like beating a man to a pulp because he was like smiling at her after she did it. I feel like maybe he should react a little bit more to that. You know, unless he also is just crazy, you know, I mean, I guess. No. Here, no. Unless this man's an Eren Yeager. Unless this man is an Eren Yeager, I don't want to see him not reacting at all to her beating someone to a pulp, okay? This shit better be good, Emperor Dragon. So she would continue? So he wanted her to beat him to a pulp. Is that it? This is very incriminating for Lucas. It's very... Okay, but like, she already won. There's a difference between winning a war, winning a battle, and then decimating a person after you won the battle, you know? And he was smiling. He was smiling as she just, you know, tortured the man to death. That's not okay, Emperor Dragon, unless he's also, like, equally as evil. Exactly. If he was already dead, then we don't need any more punches. How is there? There's no fight to throw. There's no fight to throw. It's like in Demon Slayer, right? Nezuko tends to like go kind of crazy, right? And what does Tanjiro do? He holds her back. He holds her back, dude. Because he doesn't want her to do her evilness. Because she's better than that, you know? So Lucas has to give that energy of like, no, 6, you're better than that energy, you know? You know? And Carl Loki has a point. She be acting a little crazy. I don't know if she should be trusted, you know? Carl Loki has a point, dude. Yeah, but Lucas doesn't show any, like, remorse or anything. Like, he was down for it. You know, like maybe she realized it, but he was down for it. Unless you give like something that shows that he wasn't. You know? I don't know, Emperor. I'm not convinced. And I'm gonna write a very hefty note. Very hefty note. I know what to write my note about. Six would stand up, grabbing Carl by the shirt, staring him directly in the eyes. Carl, if you don't let me beside Lucas right now, I'll kill you. I'll kill you, and I don't think either one of us would want that. Now would we? A chill would go down Carl's spine, as if Six was the embodiment of fear itself. Carl wouldn't be able to muster up anything to say. Then I suggest you stop trying to get me away from Lucas. You know what? I think Six should just not say anything at all. I think she should just push. Like after Carl doesn't say anything, she should just push back. I cannot speak. She should just push past Carl. Because he didn't even say anything, so she doesn't have anything to say. Like she shouldn't have to say anything because he didn't say anything. So there's no need to respond. Yes. Anyway, the other members of Squad 666 would back away as Six would approach Lucas. He would already have been bandaged up and would have a needle. Would push past Carl when he does not respond. Would be in shock onto the floor. Nah, I don't think we need this part. Because you already said who he would be in shock on the floor. It's fine. Alright, past Carl. The other members of Squad 666 would back away as 06 would approach Lucas. He already would have been bandaged up and would have a needle pumping blood into him from a blood bag. She'd kneel down beside him as she'd hug him. I need to know... Well, now he's in... Wait, you're telling me Carl was trying to stop her and he wasn't in front of Lucas? Come on. Come on! Oh, I just hit myself. I need to know. I feel like we're lacking a lot of Lucas reaction here. Cause we get Six going to Lucas and hugging onto him. But we don't get to see like Lucas reacting like, hey Six, or Lucas being like, Carl, shut the fuck up, or anything, you know? Or is he dead? Is he passed out? He might have been passed out. No, I should be getting that now, Emperor Dragon. I should be getting that now. Oh, he's KO'd. Cool. That makes sense then. Okay, well, I'm gonna write my notes. I still feel like maybe Lucas should react a little bit more to someone being beaten to a pulp and stuff, you know. Hello, Emperor Dragon. Thank you yet again for submitting your story to be read for the writing workshop. Also, you get nice ASMR. I don't know if my mic picks up the keyboard sounds, but here we be. Thank you yet again for submitting your story to be read for the writing workshop. I am nice. I'm glad to know that it picks up. It's not too loud though, is it? I am quite immersed. It is a typewriter. Look. Typewriter. Yeah. 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 It's blue. Anyway. Cute keyboard. It is a cute keyboard. It's a gamer keyboard too. It's not just any old cute keyboard. It's a gamer. Look, there's my mouse. Gamer mouse. Gamer keyboard that's retro. Yeah. It's great. Okay, I think this angle is fine. I don't think it's the angle I had, but it's the angle we're dealing with now, okay? It's the angle we're dealing with. Anyway, back to writing your note. I am quite immersed in your universe, which you have created. As you may already know, I am quite thrown off by the way Lucas did not react at all to 006. I am quite thrown off by the way Lucas did not react at all to 006 beating a man to a pulp after she already won a battle. I understand if he wanted to show that he does not fear her, but I think he could still show that maybe beating people to pulps is not okay, you know? And also, maybe it would be better if he did show fear and still wanted to be at her side anyway. Thank you. He never saw her do that? But that was the whole discussion we were having. But you said he was smiling. There's a line where Lucas is like smiling at her, beating up, beating, bum bum, you know? There's a line. You can't lie to me. No. No lying. Lying is bad, Emperor Dragon. We do not condone lying here. If she was in front of him, then he could have seen. What is your point? Let's look back. Yeah? Let's look back. She had continued to slam her foot in the soldier's face. She'd stop to ask him who the weak one is. When she finished, there'd be nothing but a body and a blood stain on the wall on the floor left. She'd walk away towards Lucas, leaving footprints on the blood behind her. She'd come behind Lucas. The soldiers would be fighting. Shock stepped back. Fear would be seen in their eyes. And Lucas would walk in front of Lucas. Six would walk in front of Lucas. Soldiers would continue to take steps backwards, not fast enough. She'd take a couple, whatever. She'd look back at Lucas. Is this not where the smile is? Where's the smile? To everyone who would see her, including Lucas, it would also seem as if there was engulfing her. After a minute, Lucas would peer over Lucas and she's me. Lucas would take off his helmet, nodding and giving a smile. See, she already beat a man to a pulp. She already did some pulp beating over here. Alright? She already did pulp beating. How is Lucas not seeing the damage that she's doing? Alright? Point is that Six is acting crazy right now. And Lucas is like, no biggie. No biggie. No biggie. How are her enemies seeing it and Lucas is not? No, it's not just about killing the soldiers. It's about the way that she's like decimating them. Decimating. Bro. Bro, what? Bro, what's up? Cry. Yeah, cry all you want. I'm still leaving my note. What is this? Oh. Interesting. Anyway. Yeah, let me finish leaving my note. Ah! Thank you again for submitting or for sharing. Lord. Just something to consider, Emperor, alright? Something to consider. Boop. Comment left. That concludes writing stream, which is great because I'm already 10 minutes over than what I thought I would be. So yeah. No, Emperor, yes he did. Yes he did. Literally, we just saw it. I just showed you the paragraph I was talking about. He saw it all, man. He saw it all. He saw enough. You didn't have to see her, like, actually decimating anyone, okay? But he saw enough to, like, put 2 and 2 together. It doesn't matter, Emperor. It does not matter. The point is that he's seeing the carnage, okay? He's seeing what's left. He's seeing what's left of the soldier. He probably, maybe he didn't see her smash his head in, but she saw, or Lucas saw the smashed head. And who did that? It was Six. But they're... Dragon. Hear me out. You're telling me... Hello, welcome back, Foxy. You're telling me that they're fighting close to each other, right? They're fighting close to each other? Close enough to where he can look back and he can smile at her, right? Really? Then how is he smiling at her? How is he smiling at her? Emperor, I did not ask whether she was in front or behind. I asked, are they close enough fighting to where he can smile at her? If they are close enough to where he can smile at her, how are they not close enough to where he's watching her fight? How is he not turning back once to see her, or turning for her forward? I don't even know what your problem is, dude. If they're like 20 feet apart, how are they not noticing each other? How is he not noticing that she's like decimating people? I don't know what your problem is. At the end of the day, Emperor, either there's a problem with the way that the scene was communicating, or there's a problem with the way Lucas was reacting. So either way, issue. You can't just say there was neither if me as a reader is confused. No, I already read it. I already know what happened. I read it twice. I even told you, no, I'm right. I got a point. I already read it. No. I literally don't care whether he was looking front or he was looking back, Emperor. That has nothing to do with anything anymore. Look, I'll read the whole fucking paragraph for you, okay? I'll read it for you. She would continue to slam her foot in the soldier's face again and again. Every couple times, she'd stop and ask him to remind her who the weak one is. Alright, that's pretty bad stuff. Pretty bad stuff. Each time he didn't respond. When she was finished, there would be nothing but a body and a bloodstain on the wall and a floor left. She'd walk away towards Lucas. Alright, so we got someone walking towards Lucas. Alright, someone is walking towards Lucas. It's Six is walking towards Lucas, leaving footprints of blood behind her. She is incriminating herself. Not only is she walking towards Lucas, she is incriminating herself. She had come up behind Lucas. The soldiers he would be fighting would be shocked and stepped back, okay? They would be shocked and they would step back. No, Emperor. No. This is me reading. You wanted me to read. Let me read. You are not allowed to say anything. Alright? How is the blood coming off? No. That's not explained, sir. That was not explained in the description. You cannot just add things whenever you want, willy-nilly, explaining things. No. We are reading. Be patient. If it's already here, then you can be patient. No! How is that common sense? What the fuck? The blood would come off by the time she was there? The blood would come off the floor? Is someone cleaning? Do we have a janitor here mopping up the floors? Excuse me, sir, but that is not common sense. No. Fear would be seen in their eyes as Six would walk in front of Lucas. If you walk with a wet shoe on, something dry after like 10 steps, there wouldn't be more footprint. There's still footprints! The soldiers would continue to take steps backwards, but not fast enough. Six would hit a couple buttons on her forearm as a knife. Wait. The soldiers would continue to take steps backwards, but not fast enough. Six would hit a couple buttons on her forearm as a knife similar to a standard kitchen knife would appear. She'd grab the knife in her right hand, using the left to grab the face of the soldier as she'd stab them through the neck. So we got her stabbing a soldier through the neck. That's that's just war, I guess. She'd take the knife out, throwing their body to the floor. She'd throw the knife at the neck of the other soldier with enough speed. So she's throwing the neck, soldier, whatever. That's fine. With enough speed, it might as well have been a bullet. She'd look back at Lucas, seeing only minor injuries. She'd walk forward to the gate, putting her helmet back on. The soldiers would see her and start shooting. Each bullet would be absorbed by her shield. Each step would send shivers down the spines of the soldiers, but they'd continue shooting at her. A soldier would come running at her, jumping up, getting ready to swing down at her. Six would grab the soldier's arm. She'd tighten her grip before grabbing the soldier's head and slamming it on the ground. Repeatedly. And she's near Lucas here. Because we just talked about how she was near Lucas. She'd pick the soldier back up. You can't just tell me too. You can't tell me that like Lucas is just like completely blind to her like works or whatever. Okay? Like, because all of the soldiers around Lucas are backing away watching this girl go on a rampage, all right? So there's no way Lucas is just like blind to all of this shit, okay? No, but I'm talking about this one. I'm talking about this one. Because she slammed his head to the ground repeatedly. She'd pick the soldier back up, throwing him into a couple other soldiers. She'd continue walking around. Each soldier would be overwhelmed by fear as their breathing would get heavy. 6 would appear as a demon to everyone who would be seeing her, including Lucas. It would also seem... See, and how are you going to say that she appears to a demon to everyone here, but then Lucas is just like okay with it? Does that make sense? How come here he's seeing her, but before he's not? Where did I say they showed fear? What are you talking about? Here you're showing fear. Look. Each bullet would be absorbed by her shield. Each step would send shivers down their spines. Does shivers down their spines not mean like fear? And previously they also look. I'm gonna even highlight this in red now. Each bullet shivers down their spines. That's fear. All right. And then there's also another one where they're backing away. Look. The soldiers would take steps backwards, but not fast enough. You know what that means? They're scared of her. That's why they're backing away. That is showing fear. What are you talking about? That's showing fear. Jeez, you're making me freaking annotate this whole ass paragraph. And for what, Emperor? Why are you even fighting me anymore? Just admit that this paragraph's whack. And that Lucas should maybe react more. Lucas would take off his helmet before nodding at her and giving her... No. Tisk. How... I'm giving you proof, Emperor. I'm giving you proof. I'm annotating a whole last paragraph for you. Lucas would take off his helmet before nodding at her and giving her a smile. 6 would continue approaching the gate. Suddenly, a smash would be heard as the monster would smash through one of AFOH's transport ship's doors, running into the city, eating some of the soldiers, before looking at 6. The monster would charge at 6. 6 would stay at the same spot, expecting the monster to stop. Lucas would push 6 out of the way, getting impaled through the stomach by the monster's horn. Lucas would be flung off the monster's horn as it had stopped sliding across the ground. He'd put his hand over where he was impaled. He'd kneel over on the ground before looking at 6. What were you thinking? You could have died. 6 would look over at Lucas. When I get home, I will give you a proper thing over VC. No, I'm okay. I am perfectly fine. I got things to do, Emperor. You're lucky that I am here. You should be glad. You should be glad that I'm even putting the time. I already read and annotated your shit, dude. I just saw another ant. Disgusting. I'm literally reading through the paragraph. I'm telling you, listen. I'm telling you. Even if everything made sense in your little brain after writing this, but me, as someone else who is not in your brain, is telling you I am confused, something's wrong with the paragraph. Okay? Because even though it makes sense in your little brain, it doesn't make sense to everyone else. Therefore, mayhaps it needs to be revised. No, I don't want an explanation, Emperor. I want the paragraph redone. You can't just explain the story to every single person that reads it. It's fitted fine. I mean, you can keep it that way. You can. I did my part though. Six would look over at Lucas as a solemn expression would go over her face. Six would look at the monster and her expression would turn into a look of pure fury. Six would summon a spear before running toward the monster, cutting its eyes before cutting it along its back, followed by multiple slashes all over the rest of the monster's body. She'd then jump up, taking something out of her lower bag, attaching it to the end of her spear as she'd throw it into the monster's head. She'd hit a couple things on her forearm and she'd fall. The spear would glow a bright orange as it exploded, sending purple rain down. Six would land, her eye would stop glowing and steaming. She'd turn around, seeing Lucas laying on the ground, blood coming into his lower torso. She'd look to her left, seeing the rest of the Squad 66, still shocked about what happened. Yeah. See, how come literally everyone in Squad 66 seems to notice that she's going crazy, but Lucas doesn't? That's crazy. We didn't even, because here he's still alive. Here he's not even passed out. I mean, I guess he bled out while, like, Six was fighting, but maybe we should add a sentence about that. A standard pissed moment? I mean, yeah, but in standard pissed moments, you should probably not condone the standard pissed moment. I mean, I have pissed moments, but I'm not over here beating people to pulps, you know? Point is, I think we need a sentence that says Lucas is passing out, or is, like here. What were you thinking Lucas could have, or what were you thinking he could have died? Actually, no, it doesn't fit here. I lied. It doesn't fit there. Six would look over at Lucas. She's turning around, seeing Lucas laying on the ground. See? And see. How about this? She'd turn around and see Lucas laying on the ground. See, because now we have a passage of time going on, and like now we have, like, we're placing Lucas from yelling to now he's passed out, you know? Blood coming from his lower torso. She would look to her left. The rest of Squad 666 still shocked about what happened. Six would begin to rush over to Lucas. Suddenly Carl would appear, stopping Six. Yep. This is good. This thing, though. This thing. I mean, it's whatever. I'm not reading episode 9, dude. Nah. Alright, I'm gonna call it a day. I need to go do readings for my class assignments. Episode 9 can come next week. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, point is, I lost my point. Next stream is probably gonna be on Saturday. Maybe it's on Friday. No, Emperor, come on. You have to admit that Lucas should probably react more. There's no way, it just doesn't make sense, dude. If I'm trying to visualize it in my head, it doesn't make sense. In the reason of reasons. You keep saying that, but like, how is he coincidentally looking away every single time that she's doing something bad, you know? It's bullshit. Alright? That's what that is. It's bullshit. And honestly, it's... even if that's the case, it's a little bit of lazy writing, okay? I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna call it out right now. It's lazy writing, okay? Lazy writing. And this is why. Because eventually he has to see it. Yes, eventually he has to see it. Otherwise, it's like everyone else in the squad is being like, hey, this girl's kind of dangerous. And he's like, no, she's not that dangerous. Like, she's fine. And they're like, no, we like literally saw her like go on a rampage. And he's like, no, that's not true. That's not her. You know? And it's just miscommunication. Miscommunication. Oh, so he saw her. Now he saw her. Interesting. Because before you said that he didn't see her. Interesting. Interesting how that happens. Very, very interesting. Anyway, we're gonna call it a night. We're gonna stop this conversation here. Because I have things to do. And I do not need to be fighting you in chat, Emperor. Good night. Yes. My next stream is probably going to be on Saturday. Maybe it's going to be a collab stream? I don't know. I have no idea. If I'm being honest. Although I might do a, what do I want to play? What do I want to play? I might play like... I might play Fall Guys. I kind of want to play Fall Guys. Yes. All the shrimps. All of them. I don't think my laptop could take Apex. There's no way my laptop could take Apex. I missed my trash can. Yeah, but I can't do Apex plus stream. You know? If it's a shooter game, it's definitely hard. Definitely hard on the PC. Plus streaming? Definitely. I can't even do Valorant. I can't even do Dead by Daylight. I don't think we could do Apex. Alright. Have a good day. Have a good night. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!